Today I want to do a quick comparison video of two medium-sized battery banks for travel. Both are within the 100 watt-hour capacity, which means you can bring them on the plane without any problem. The one on the right side is from Jackery with two USB Type-C ports, one USB-A, and the one on the left side is from Anker with two USB-C and one USB-A. I will also show you their recharging and discharging speed using MacBooks and other USB accessories, and I'll also show you their recharging accessory like a magnetic charging dock from Anker and the off the grid solution from Jackery using a 40 watts solar panel and their proprietary connection to USB Type-C to charge both devices. Since they also support USB-C recharging. So first of all, let's take a look at the recharging speed on the Anker one. I forgot the model number, but it says the Anker Prime 20,000 milliamps battery bank, 200 watts. It will be able to output 200 watts at the same time. So compared to this model from Jackery, in my opinion, it is a better option in terms of design and power output. So this charging dock also supports 100 watts output. You can use it as a standalone GAN charger. It will have a total of 100 watts maximum output. So dock it in. I have my power meter here as usual. I'll plug in the dock. So it powers on and it will be able to show the charging information on the screen. It has a bit more information than the Jackery version. So this number will hit about 100 watts. 31, 57. I'd like to point out when it's recharging using the dock, these ports will be inaccessible, will be disabled. You cannot use it 100 watts charging speed. Similarly, we can use any external charger and charge it up using the USB Type-C cable, and it will also get 100 watts input. You can see the information on the screen that shows the charging time remaining 47 minutes to 100%, the charging speed which is 32 watts. Well, this is not ideal, not the best test case. It should get 100 watts out of that one. I can do another test later. It has the double two digits after the decimal as precision. That's a pretty cool number to see. So, and it only has one button operation on the side, these contact points for recharging. Then another press gives me the battery information, the battery health status, and the charging cycle. Only had one charging cycle, 27 Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, internal battery temperature. Okay, I'm only getting this much, so let me try another powerful, larger charger from Basius and see the recharging speed. And then I will test on the discharging using two MacBooks and potentially other stuff. And I'd like to point out, if you're using a USB Type-C 20 volts trigger, 12 volts trigger, you can potentially power Wi-Fi routers and HDMI switcher, other accessories. Okay, from this one, I can only get 57 watts out of it. But I thought it was 100 watts input as well. Anyway, let's move on to the Jackery. So the Jackery has more basic information on the screen. Let me zoom in. Using the same charger, it's getting around 45, 50, I think it is a 60 watts input. And it's less efficient, 53 watts input. And on my meter, there's like about 7-8 watts of loss. And these ports are available for use when it's getting recharged. You can charge laptop using this port when these are two bidirectional ports. Doesn't matter which one you use, it's the same. This USB-A port is rated at 18 watts max, 99 watt-hour capacity, and this one is rated at 72 watt-hour. So in terms of capacity, the Jackery one is bigger and it's heavier, as this classic Jackery design though. Okay, so let's do a quick discharging test. We'll talk about the solar panels in just a little bit. I'd really like to, this is where the Anker one really shines. So plugging a 16-inch MacBook Air, a MacBook Pro with the M1 Pro chip. And then I'm gonna use the same USB-C. This one is capable of pass-through 200, this retractable one, 100 watts pass-through. I verified the quality of these cables. So it's around 94%. So theoretically, when both are plugged in, it will be able to produce 100 watts per port. And the Jackery one is 100 watts total. These two are sharing 100 watts. These two are independent of each other. It will be able to output 100 watts on C1, C2 is 100 watts. I verified with that when I fully discharged my laptop battery. And right now it's not the best test case. Again, this battery are not, under 50%. So ideally, if I drain them a little bit more, we should be able to see a higher number here. Not sure how useful it is, because this battery bank will drain very quickly at 200 watts output. As you can see, it's 16 minutes remaining. Won't be able to provide too much juice, but really tells us how well designed this thing is. And its internal battery output is, this is the best results I've ever seen. Although today we're not seeing 100 here, 100 here, but I verified that output earlier. I would recommend maybe using it only in emergency, when you're trying to charge up so quickly, like so, like this. Usually I would only do one, because that's I guess is the best scenario. 96 watts. It kind of fluctuates a little bit. Another advantage of this one over the previous over the Jackery and other battery banks I've tested is that this thing will not cut off the power when the second or the third device is connected. So this is another, like a air pump, which can take in a maximum of 10 watts. It will not reset the other ports. Some of the other multi-port fast chargers I've tested in the past will be able to, they will cut off and do a reset and power redistribution around these ports when more than one cable is plugged in. In this case, I'm not hearing these ding dong sound when, which suggests all the device gets reconnected. So this is a better option. But as soon as it's docked in, it will get cut off. When it's charging, it will get cut off. So if I plug it in here, which means it cannot be used when it's recharging like this. And it will have internal temperature protection saying, cannot be used when recharging on the stand. Yeah, that information is there. Yeah, I love all these nice displays telling me the wattage going out, remaining time, percentage, the temperature, safety, battery, health status. So that's that. If I disconnect all the cords and try the Jackery one, as you can see, both combined output is gonna be limited at 100 watts. It's 100, 105, 103. Not bad at all as a, but you know, this thing is a total beast. This is an incredible output. Now let me plug in the USB-A. The power output dropped a little bit, and it's the text is pretty small. It's really hard to see. 0.6 hour remaining. Input is none. There are no other inputs, as you can see. Well, both are 3-port chargers. And then I'd like to quickly mention this. I'll probably upload a separate video just to talk about the power delivery to other connections. This is more like a little preview. You can use it like a USB-C to barrel connection and power these like a Wi-Fi router, excuse me, or A10 Mini Pro. This is like my live stream gear, like HDMI switcher, which requires about 29 watts of power consumption. I also have a 12-volt TV that can be powered by these kind of battery banks. Well, when using off the grid, I can potentially do this. And it's, since the Jackery solar panel can support this 40 watt solar panel supports the 20 volts output using USB-C to its proprietary connection. So if I plug in here, it's about the size of a magazine. If I'm outside, I can technically do this. Although this connection is pretty weird because it's trying to retrofit the USB-C device using the barrel connector with its, you can use the same setup to charge larger Jackery power stations. And you can, for this setup, specific one, we have to use USB-C to recharge. So this looks pretty weird, but it works with the solar panel. I think it's pretty cool. And with the 12-volt power delivery trigger cable, there are many other accessories. It's capable of not just charging modern laptops. If you have like a Lenovo, Dell laptop, there are other adapters you can use to make this more of a universal fit for many other stuff. Yeah, and if you have like 9 volts trigger, yeah, there are lots of possibilities for using, you know, these power delivery power banks, since they can output 5, 9, 12, and 20 volts. This wide range of voltage output. Yeah, I love those battery banks. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So again, this is an accessory you can get. This is Jackery power solar panel is an accessory, and these are purchased separately. If you only have one laptop, yeah, this Anker one is I guess it's a better option. I prefer the design and the build quality of this one. Is, yeah, this one does reset if you have to plug in multiple devices at the same time. Yeah, thank you very much for watching.